Hi crocheters of the world, in this tutorial we will work together on this cardigan with the Ripple vintage stitch. It's the fourth project that I work with this stitch. I'm just in love with it. Do you think so? I think. First of all, I work a summer blouse, then another blouse for summer, then a scarf, the last project that I worked, this one. And then this one. Now for the scarf I use from my shop Paloma wool. The name is Paloma wool, you have the link below. And actually with the same yarn, it's nice and bulky, and with the same yarn I work the hat. Actually that is a matching set with it. So it's a really nice wool. And then with the same yarn I work this. Okay, for the cardigan I used a super duper fiber yarn. It's just lovely with 75% of natural yarn. Just go on my shop magicogomitolo.yarnshopping.com. It's below, you can find the link and just watch it. It's lovely. 75% of natural fiber I said, and it's the name is Peru Alpaca Light, and it's 55% alpaca, 50% merino wool, and 25% acrylic. The price is really good, the quality is high, so I highly recommend you. And this is the yarn that I use. Now the package comes in, this is the package, 8 skeins of 50 grams. And one package is more than enough for a SM size. Now for a L XL size you will have enough in one package, but for XXL you will need to buy 2 packages. But don't worry, I have 2 packages. The one that I already worked for the cardigan, this is the leftover, so it's 1 skein and about 3/4 of the other one, the last 2. So I actually use about 350 grams of yarn. I worked with 4.5mm hook, and it is to be worked, it's recommended on its label. On its label it's recommended 4mm knitting needles. So I use 4.5mm hook, and it came sorry, perfectly. Okay, so about 350 grams I use for an SM. So for a L XL you will have enough here with 1 package. Okay, you have the link below of my shop, so you can go on and purchase your yarn and you can begin with me. In the tutorial we will work on my size, but on my blog you have for free the other sizes, so L, XL and XXL. It's really easy to alter in other sizes, so don't worry, just watch the tutorial if you want, if you like it. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like my tutorials if you like them, so you can just sustain me. And so as I said in the presentation of the cardigan, I don't want to begin with the beginning 4 or how many rows you have to work till we begin with the pattern stitch, vintage Ripple. So I will begin actually with the pattern stitch for these rows that you have, preliminary rows, let's say, that you have to work to begin the cardigan. You just watch on the blog and work them just easily. Now for the, so I have my M size, S to M size, and I worked 4 single crochet rows, and into the last I have 144 plus 1, so 145, and I chain 1. I will work only back loop again. And for the first row of the pattern we work 4 single crochets into the next or first 4 single crochets of the previous row, 1 2 3 4. Into the next I will work 3 together, and I will go on with 4 more. 1, into the next 4 stitches, 2 3 and 4. And this is actually the sequence of 9 to repeat till the end. So again, 1 2 3 and 4, 3 together, so 1 2 and 3, and again 4, 1 2 3 and 4. So there are 9 stitches over so that we work over the pattern stitch, actually the sequence of the first row. So we work 4 single crochet, then we work 3 together, then 4 more, and we go on like this: 4 single crochet, 3 together, and 4 more on the next 9, and so on. Okay, till the end. 1 2 3 and 4. Then we work 3 together, 1 2 and 3, and 4 more, the next 4, 2 3 and 4. I finished my very first row of the pattern stitch. What I want to say is that I forgot, actually I said, it was my mistake, I said 144 stitches plus 1, so 145, but they are 144, okay. Now from the second, so the second and the third rows of the pattern stitch are the same, so we will repeat. Now in both of them we will skip the first stitch to begin, so this is the first, and we will skip the second to last, so the second to last, and we will work into the last. Don't forget about this, we will work 4, the last 4, but the second to last will be skipped. And now we skip the first, insert hook into the second, back loop only, and work single crochet, 4 single crochets, then 3 together and 4 more single crochets. The sequence, now I work my 3 together, the sequence is the same as for the first row, only that, now 4 more, only that in between the sequences we will skip 2 stitches, so 2 stitches, 3 and 4. So now skip 2 stitches and work again, 4 single crochets, 3 together, 3 single crochets together, okay, and 4 more single crochets, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, again skip 2 and go on with the sequence, 4 single crochets, 3 together, and 4 more single crochets. So continue on exactly like this for this row and the next row of the pattern stitch. So I almost finished. I worked my last 3 together. I have 5 here, and as I said, we finish by working we work 2 3, yes, we work 3, we skip the second to last, and we work the last. Okay, so this is how we finish the second and the third. Now to begin the third is exactly as we did for the third. We skip 1 and we work 4, then 3 together, then 4 more. We skip 2 and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so exactly as you did for the second, you will work here for the third. So I finished the third row too, and let me show you, this is what I have. Now I will begin with the last row of the repeating sequence, and it's the row with the name of the stitch is triple triple, I think. Oh my gosh, I think it's triple triple. Anyway, I will show you how to work it. So we will wrap the yarn over the hook 4 times, but first of all we will slip stitch to the third single crochet. So we finish here. I already chained. Now chain 1, chain 1, and slip stitch over the first single crochet of front loop only, back loop only, sorry, over the second and over the third. Now into the third, so we will work actually 1, 2, 3 triple triples before the 3 together, but the very first is worked by chaining 6, 4, 5 and 6. This is my first stitch. Into the second and into the second to last of each sequence we will work the increase. Yarn over 2, 3, 4 and work 2, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 and 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the same second stitch we will work 1 more. So like this we just worked our increase. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Insert hook into the third and work here 1 more. So actually we normally want to work 3 stitches, but we increased, and that's why we worked 4. Okay, but sorry, they are actually 3 at the base. Now in the middle we work 3 together. So yarn over 4 times, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is the first one. 3, 4, insert hook, work the second. It's so beautiful, this stitch. The longer is the stitch, the better it looks from my point of view. 3 and 4. But we just want to work them nice, not very loose. Okay, not very loosely, because if you work them nice, they look gorgeous, as you can see. Okay, and now 2, 3, 4. We will work on these 3. Only that into the second to last of these 3, we will work 2 together. So into the first of them, we work 1. So don't rush, just work them properly. 2, 3, 4. Into the second to last, we want to work 2. So we want to work the increase. Into each triple triple row from now on to the end of the yoke we will increase. Okay, we increase, and into the last 3 and 4 we just work 1. So this is one sequence. Let us repeat again what we did so you will know. So we work 3 over the first 3, so actually we skip to the third. We work 3 on 3 stitches, but into the second we work an increase. Then we work 3 together, and then we go back with 3 But into the second to last we work an increase. So into the second and into the second to last we work a increase. Now to work another sequence we will skip not 2 as we skipped before, but 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am preparing for the next sequence, and now I will count 1, 2, 3 and 4, and into the next back loop only, insert my hook and work my first triple triple of the next sequence. The second will be 2, 3, 4. Into the second I will work 2, so I will work the increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 together. Okay, this is what we have. This is what we have to repeat to the end. At the end we will finish before 2 more, so we will left unworked 2 stitches. Just left them, the last 2 stitches unworked. Okay, complete with the sequence all around. So I finished the very first sequence in length, so 3 single crochet rows and 1 triple triple row, and this is what we have. Now from now on we will continue on repeating this sequence, only that we will work 1 more stitch into the single crochet. Will be from we worked 4 into this sequence, into the next we will work 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, of course, and 3 together. This is the structure, basic structure. And on the triple triple 2 we will work on 4 stitches, not on 3, and we will continue on increasing into the second and into the second to last. So actually on 4 we will work 5 stitches, as we worked on 3 4 stitches here, and then in the middle obvious that we will work the stitches. Okay, so this is how we will continue on for the yoke. I also wrote down on my blog these sequences, so if you have some problem, but you just have to count them. And don't forget that for the very first single crochet we just work all the stitches, we don't skip anything, okay? Just into the second and third we skip. Okay, so into the first we will work 5, then 3 together, then 5, 5, 3 together, and 5, and so on. Okay, as we worked 4, 3 together, and 4 into the first of the first sequence. Okay, I will continue on to the end of the yoke actually. So I'm back with the yoke finished for my size, which is as small to medium. Now what I want to show you is how to work the dividing row. But first of all, let me explain you again. I increased into the second sequence for the single crochet rows. I worked 5. Then for the triple triple, I always said double triple and it was wrong, so it's triple triple because it's 4 times wrapping the yarn around. I worked 4. Let me just show you, but in these 4, so 4 on one side, this is one sequence, this is one side goes until we work the 3 together, and then we go back with the other side. On the one side I work 1, 2, 3, 4. As I said, I work 4, but I increase 2 times. I increase once, so I worked actually 5 triple crochets. Okay, then for the next sequence, the last actually for me for the increase, I worked 6 single crochets. So 6 single crochet into my 3 rows of single crochets, and then for the triple triple row I worked 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 together and 5 more. Only that again I increased at the beginning into the second actually stitch of the first side and into the second to last of the other side. Okay, which means now into my dividing row, it's the row with the single crochets, I will work 7 single crochet, 3 together and 7 more single crochet all around, not actually all around. I will show you. Now this is exactly what I worked and what you have to work for small to medium sizes. If you are working on a large to extra large size, you have to go on my blog, you have the link below, and to see how to proceed. But I will tell you here, you will add one more sequence of increases. So there will be 4 sequences, which means that this is the last, the third and the last for me. And for you, we'll continue with 7 single crochet, 3 together, 7 for 3 times. Now we know the 3 single crochet rows. And you will work 6 triple then, and into the second to last you will increase, which means you will have 7 triple worked in 6 single crochets, okay? And you will have, instead of 7 single crochets in this dividing row, you will have 8 single crochets plus 3 together plus 8. Okay, and 4 sequences for the last size that I wrote down on my blog, which is the extra large. You will complete 5. Okay, so one more that for the large and extra large. Okay, and into the dividing row you will have 9 plus 3 plus 9. But as I said, this is all written on my blog, so just go on and see. The important thing is to understand how to work it, and this is the part that I already explained. Now I began with my division, and I have 16 of these 16 sequences. From these 16, 3 are for the front, and I already single crochet 7 plus 3 together plus 7 for these 3. Then 2 are for the sleeve, and here it's the the moment of the division, because we have to leave out the sleeve. These 2 for the sleeve, and to leave them out I want to add 2 more sequences under arm, and to add 2 more sequences I chained 30. Why? There is an explanation for all that I am doing here, because I have 7 plus 3 together, so one more chain plus 7, and this is 15. 7 plus 1 plus 7, which is 15, and I need 2 sequences to add, which is 30. Okay, that's why we have 30. Okay, and now I will skip these 2 of the sleeves, and I will insert hook into the very first stitch of the next sequence, that is the first sequence of the back side, where I will work my first single crochet. And I will go on with 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You cannot imagine how a wonderful yarn is this one. It's so fluffy, so soft, so lovely to work with. I have my 7. This is just in the brackets. I have my 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I will put my 3 together, 1, 2, and 3, and I will go down with 7 more. And now I will just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so this is one sequence of the back side, but for the back side I need to complete 6 entire sequences, exactly as I did here. I will do for 5 more, and then I will chain 30 again, skip the next 2 sequences, insert hook again into the very first of the last 3, and work again 7 single crochet, 3 together, 3 single crochet together, 7, and so on for my last 3. And this is the division row. Now let me finish this division row, and then I will be back to show you how to work the second row of single crochets, because this is tricky too, and then we will just continue on with the length for the body. So I finished the division row. As you can see, I have 30 chains here and 30 chains here, and these are my sleeves. And now the second row, let me show you how to work it. So on here, on the sequences, we just work it as a normal second row, single crochet. So we skip the first, we work 7, 3 together, 7, then in between the sequences we skip 2, 1 and 1, and again 7, 3 together, 7, we skip 2, 7, we work 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 together, and 7 more. And these are my 3 sequences to the chain, the underarm chain. Now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I have 1 single crochet left. We will skip this 1 single crochet, so only for this row we will work like this. Okay, so we will skip only this one, and for the chain we will begin with the very first chain, and we will work 7 as if it were the first row of 7. 1, 2, 3. So without skipping chains, we will work on this, only on the chain 30. On the sequences we work as a normal row 2, so we will skip the stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 3 together, 1, 2, 3, then 7 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't skip anything at all. We just continue on into the very next chain. We work 7 again, 1 from the very next chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we work 3 together here, 1, 2, and 3, and we go on with the last 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as you can see we have our last 7. Now to continue on the sequences, we will skip the first single crochet, and now from the next we go on with 7 as if we were at the beginning of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We work 3 together, 2, 3, and 7 more, and now we will continue on by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 6 and 7, and we will skip 2 again, and we go with other 7 and so on. So on the sequences, in between the sequences, we just skip 2. Only here for this chain, underarm chain, let's say, it's only here that we don't skip the chain. We skip the single crochet on the other side, on one side, on the other side of the chain, but we don't skip the chain. Into the very next single crochet, actually we will skip, okay? I will show you. So we will just work the sequence exactly as normal, finally exactly as a normal sequence, okay? So from the third row of single crochets, so the third row actually of single crochets, it will be worked exactly as a third row of single crochet. So everywhere, even here, so just we will skip 2 at the end of the sequence, we skip 2, then we work 7, 3 together, 7, in the middle we skip 2, 7, 3 and 7, and so on. So from the third row of single crochet, we will just continue on to work in pattern with, for this size, with 7 on the rows of on the 3 rows of the single crochet, and with 6, and we don't increase on the triple row, so the fourth row of the sequence, because we have 3 rows with single crochet and 1 row with the triple. And we just go on in pattern, as I said, for the length that we want for our cardigan. I have to show you, I will finish the length, then I want to show you how to take again all the stitches for the sleeve, it's really easy, and how to work the border and the buttonholes. And that's all. So it's not that difficult as it seems. We just know, we just need to know very, very well the stitch. The 4 stitches, 4 rows of the sequence pattern. The rest, it's really easy. So now I just want to, I stopped. I was working on my cardigan and I stopped because I made a mistake in the triple row, and I said, wait a minute, I want to explain to my crochet fellows too how you can, let's say, repair this mistake without undoing all the row, because to undo all this row of triple, it's a tragedy for us. But if you make a mistake, you will notice it only and only into the single crochet row. And let's say we are here. You know, when you work so many triple crochets, maybe sometimes you can work more on one side, because we count them. I have to work 6 plus 3 together plus 6. But anyway, sometimes I put 7. And I don't just figure out, and when I single crochet, I said, oh my gosh, there are too many. Just keep 1, and I will show you how. So you will just keep 1. If you put more in the single crochet row, you just increase in one triple. Now, let me explain you here what where I went wrong. Here, in the middle. Instead of 3 together, I put 4 together, and I work my 7 and then 3 together, and then I just continue on with my other 7, okay, just normally, and I work 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I said, oh my gosh, here I have 2 and I supposed to have only 1. How come? And then I watched all and said, oh, yes, it's here. It's here the mistake. I worked 4. No problem. Just slip 1. So slip this one, insert hook into the last. And now I have my 7. Okay? So if you work, this is the, let's say, rule, the trick. If you work more triple into the single crochet row, just keep 1. If you work less into the single crochet row, just work a increase in one of your triples and you have the stitches. That's all. Now I already worked in length after the division 3 sequences, as you can see here they are, and I just want to go on for one more. And then I will complete the sleeve and I will show you obvious how to work it. Okay, so I finished almost all, so I actually finished in length, and I worked a border here. This is the front side, and for the back side I actually added 2 more sequences, as you've already seen in the photos. Actually I put some 2 more sequences, so it's longer on the back side. I like this asymmetrical look, but you can just work in the same level. Now if you want to work like this, you just finish the last row and then you work only on the sequences on the back side. So this is from the sleeve, exactly underarm in 2. Okay, so I have 4 on the front side, 8 on the back side, and 4 more on the front side. So work only on my 8 on the back side. Okay, now let me show you. I put a very easy border on the both sides, both front sides of the cardigan, and this border will be the buttonholes too. So we begin at the end, at the bottom part actually of the cardigan. Into the single crochet we insert hook and we join the yarn, we chain 1 and single crochet into it. So we know that we have 3 rows of single crochets and 1 row of triple. So we go into the first, we go into the second, more or less 1, 2, and into the third row of single crochet around the stitch, and we go with 1 single crochet into the triple crochet also. Okay, then we will chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 loose enough, and then we insert hook into the next sequence and we work the same thing. So we will work like this. We work 1, 2 and 3 over the single crochet rows, and into the triple we work 1 more, so 4 single crochet and a loose chain 3, 4, 5, sorry, chain 5. You can put 6 if you think it's too tight with 5. 1, 2, 3 into the single crochets and 4 into the triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we just continue on like this. Now I forgot to tell you one more thing, not one more thing, but the important thing. If it's too large around the neck, you can just, as I did actually, I worked 2 more rows of decreases. So into the chains around the neck, I take the stitches into the chains, remaining loop of the chain where I began, and I work my first single crochet row with 18. Actually I put 18 decreases into the first and into the second 9. You can just go on with 9, 9, 9 for 2, 3 or 4 rows if you want to. Okay, 18 maybe it's too much in one row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we just go on like this till the end, where we have our border, initial border, beginning border, sorry. We just work 1 single crochet around each stitch. And then I will be back to show you how to work the last buttonhole if you are working the border on the right side, because we know that the buttonholes stay on the right side. Okay, so I finished. On the border I worked 6, because I worked my 3 here, 3 single crochets here, and then I know that I began with 4 single crochet rows, plus I added at the end, as I told you before, I've told you just before, I added 2 more. So I have 6. I work my 6, and now let me show you. If you are on the right side, because on the right side stay the buttonholes. If you are on the right side of your cardigan, if you are on the left side, just cut your yarn and wave in the end. If you are not on the right side, chain 1, insert hook in the first single crochet and slip stitch. Work a chain of 5, 3, 4, 5, and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your number of stitches that you put on the border, and slip stitch again, and now you can cut the yarn. Okay, oh, I don't have scissors here. Okay, so now we have the first buttonhole that we need, and now the sleeve. Here it is. I have 4. Now obvious that if you have large to extra large, you will have here 5. If you have extra large, you will have here 6. So depends on how many you will have, depends on the size, sorry, that you are working at. Okay, anyway, here under we always have 2, okay, even for all sizes. Now, we always have 2, and we want to watch exactly these 2, not these on the, that was worked together with all the yoke, okay, but these 2 that we added underarm. Okay, so it's 1 and 2. Here in the middle we will begin, but to be sure that we begin into the right stitch, we go here where we work 3 together on the other side, so underarm, exactly into that stitch, and from the next stitch, this one, it is mine, so we can see the loops, we count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yes, this is where we insert our hook, and we slip stitch to join, and we work 7 single crochets from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and here we will work our 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now we will continue on with another. So we begin with the first with the sequence, with the first single crochet round of the sequence. We will work in rounds. 1, again 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 works somewhere. I can say somewhere here. Okay, 7, and now skip directly on the opposite side on the stitches where we actually worked the sequences that we work with the yoke. Okay, and work 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 together. We go on with 7 again. 1, 2, 3 together. So we actually here on this side we actually continue on the pattern. It's underarm that it's a little bit more difficult to understand. That's why I wanted to show you step by step. 4, 5, 6, 7, and again on the other sequence. 1, we don't skip into the first single crochet row. Round will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we insert hook in the middle and we work 3 together, 1, 2, 3, then we go with 7 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we are again here and we want to count just to be sure where we began. We began here. So from here I just want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this we will work 3 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, because here we have more stitches. I will turn like this so you can see better. So I will insert hook, I will skip this with a kind of decrease, so like this, okay? 1, 2, now I must have 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, no I don't. Okay, can you see, this is the problem. Let us count. So here we have the we have to work here the 3 together, and we need 7 from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. So I will go 1, this one, 1 and 2 together. Okay, 1, and this is the first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 3 together. 1, 2, and 3. And now we go with the last 7. Okay, we go with the last 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is the very first round. Will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one, 7. Okay, now what I want to do is to take a marker. I will take a marker, insert hook into the single crochet and slip stitch to join, and now we will begin with the second row. For the second row we just want to slip the first. So insert hook, this is my single crochet, chain 1, I will slip this, skip this, so this is the slip stitch, this is my first single crochet. I will turn and insert hook into the next, very important. Now turn your work this single crochet, first single crochet, and don't forget to insert the marker, so you will know when you finish where is your first single crochet work. And now we just continue on to repeat actually the stitch pattern. Yes, 1, we work 7, 3 together, and 7, we skip 2, and so on. 1, 2, 3, you know, from the second and third row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 together, and then we continue on like this. We skip 2 in the middle of the sequences, and this is what we already know. Now, when we are to the end, we will skip the second to last and work into the last one single crochet, then we will slip stitch. Okay? Then I will show you again how to begin another round, the third round of single crochet. I am to the end. I am working my last 7. 1, 2, I said we skip the second to last and we work the last into the last, so the 7th single crochet into the last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we skip the second to last and we work into the last, our 7th. Now we will just want to be very careful. Insert hook into the first single crochet, the single crochet with the marker, and slip stitch to join. Again, the same thing for the third round. We will chain one, skip the single crochet, this one. So this is the slip stitch, this is the chain, the slip stitch, the chain, this is a single crochet. Skip the first, insert hook into the second, and now you can turn your work and begin the third round. 1. Put the marker into this single crochet immediately. Okay, and now you just can go on and work the same thing at the end. We skip the second to last and we work into the last and we slip stitch. Then I will show you how to work the fourth round, the round with the triple crochet. Okay, I finished the third round too. I forgot to tell you a very important thing. We have to work on the wrong side, the sleeve. Sorry, but it is very important. On the wrong side, the sleeve. Okay, it's not a tragedy if you already began on the right side. So you will have the sleeve on the wrong side actually. But if you begin it on the wrong side, you will have then you will put it upside down and you will have all on the right side. So this is the right side, this is the wrong side. Okay. Now for the triple round, we will actually work as normal, only that we will chain one, skip a slip stitch on the first, second and third. So into the first, second and third, and chain 6 and work 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and work your normally stitch. So we work 6 because here we worked 7 single crochets, 3 together, 7 single crochets. So for the triple we will work 6 plus 3 together plus 6, and we will skip 4 in the middle, and we skipped 2 at the beginning, and we will have unworked at the end 2 stitches. I finished the triple crochet round, and to begin a new sequence with the very first single crochet, I will just chain 1, insert hook into the first single crochet, which is this one, turn your work and work your first single crochet of the 7. I have 7 single crochet, 3 together and 7, and 6 triple, 3 together and 6 triple, because exactly the same number of stitches I used for the body. So you will work, depends again on the size that you are working at, you will work exactly with the same number of stitches that you worked for the sequence for the entire body. Okay, so that's it. I will continue on. I will put 3 more sequences, and at the end I want just to show you how to work this so sweet little border here if you want to finish as I finished. Okay, so last but not least, I am almost ready with the sleeve. I am into the last round that I'm working, and I just want to show you how to work these little puffs that I put into the last round on the bottom part and on the other sleeve. So if you want to finish like this, into the 3 together, 3 single crochet, you work the first, then the second, then chain 2, and let us begin with the puff stitch. Work it tall about 1.5 centimeter to 2 centimeters. Yarn over. I go 6 times like this. So 1, that is 2, yarn over, 3, yarn over, 4, yarn over, 5, yarn over, and 6. So 6 times. Yarn over, pull through all, and chain to secure. This is what we have now. We insert the hook exactly where we worked into the second chain that we chained, and we slip stitch to join, and we obtain this nice, lovely, fluffy, puffy thing. Okay, we insert hook into the single crochet where we began, and we slip stitch into it. Then we single crochet one more to finish our 3 single crochets. So that's it. Then I just continue on with my 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I will work exactly the same thing on each 3 together. Okay, so exactly as I show you. Now that's it. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this pattern of mine. I love it. I can say that from all 1, 2, 3, 4 patterns that I designed and written down, 3 of them, you can find them for free on my blog. It's the one that I prefer, the one that I just adore. Really. Nothing. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want. If you like my tutorials, don't forget to like them. Don't forget to leave me a nice comment, and if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell button, because you will receive a you will be notified when I will upload in your email when I upload a new video, so you won't miss another one. Okay, so another very important thing is, if you want to share with me photos of your projects made following one of my tutorials, just leave me a private message on my Facebook page with your photo of that project, or tag me on Instagram, or just subscribe to my group, which is Crochet with Oana on Facebook. And if you want to buy from my let's say from my site, you have the link below, this yarn, because you know I am writing, I am designing, and I am working with these particular yarns lately. And if you want to buy yarn and to be advised by me, and you can write to me and ask me questions and details and informations about the yarns, about everything, you can just do it by clicking the link below this tutorial. I would be so very happy to give you informations of about the yarn, about everything, the shipping and so on. By the way, there is free shipping worldwide. Okay, see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.